Hello and welcome to OARS Advisor Training, Session 1, an OARS Overview. We would like to thank you for your participation and assistance with new student advising. Each new student is required to attend an orientation, advising, and registration session, otherwise known as OARS. Today's training is to give you, the OARS advisor, a better understanding of what OARS looks like from the student's perspective. This information can be helpful when working in the advising room. Each student group will move through the OARS sessions in a different order, so you may find yourself advising a student who has yet to complete the other portions of OARS, such as orientation and financial aid. Our time in advising is limited. Having an understanding of the information students will receive during their other components of OARS can help advisors stay on track with their advising session and feel confident in referring students' questions to the different components. OARS is comprised of 5 different sessions: orientation, financial aid, advising, registration, and the resource fair. We will cover each of these components individually. During the orientation component of OARS, students will receive key information regarding the following services and opportunities we offer on our campus. Student success. Academic standings and financial aid eligibility will be covered during orientation. They will speak to students about how important their grades are and that they do in fact matter. They will talk to students about academic responsibility. Be active in your education, be a responsible student, attend your classes, complete your assignments, and be prepared for class. They will also go over how important deadlines are and where they can find information, including the college calendar and their course syllabus. During the orientation presentation, student support services will be covered, to include assigned advisors, career services, the College Skills Center, tutoring, Math Study Center, and college success courses. They'll talk to them about the Writing Center, disability support services, veteran services, and many more. There is a technology and e-learning component of the presentation in which they talk about MyNIC and other online resources, how they can register, make payment, financial aid information, class schedule, student news, cardinal mail, and they emphasize how important this is, and they also talk about Blackboard, what is it, and give them training information about Blackboard training sessions. Campus security and student rights. They cover campus security, cardinal contact, the student code of conduct, FERPA, and Title IX, which students watch a short video to help inform them of the federal regulation. They talk to them about important dates, and again, where to find them. They talk to them about taking care of business, how to make payments, what forms of payments NIC takes, how to buy their textbooks, and how to buy a parking permit. They also cover the many different aspects of campus life, including different ways to get involved, concerts, theaters, intramural sports, ASNIC, and more. They also talk to them about the resource fair and who will be there during that particular OARS day. During the financial aid presentation, students will learn how to apply for financial aid. FAFSA is explained to them, why tax and income information is required. After you apply, where does your information go, how it gets to NIC, and they let students know to make sure they watch their cardinal mail regarding information about their financial aid. Students are taught how to view and accept their award letters. The different types of financial aid that NIC offers is explained, including Pell Grants, subsidized loans, unsubsidized loans, and work study. They talk to students about entrance counseling and the Master Promissory Note. Students are told how to log in to their federal student aid account to complete these very important steps. They also talk to students about priority deadlines, what our college requires, and the fact that students will need to file a FAFSA every year. They cover their Hire One card, what is it and how do they use it. Leftover money. Some students will have an excess, and what should they do with it? The financial aid representative will go over this with them. They talk to the students about scholarships and how to apply. And they inform students about NIC's Satisfactory Academic Progress Policy, otherwise known as SAP. They cover the difference between dropping a course and withdrawing, the effects of withdrawing and failing, and also the return to Title V funds. Next, we move into the advising room. When a student arrives in the advising room, they will be matched up with an advisor based on their intended major when possible. Oftentimes, we have more students than we do faculty that teach that particular discipline. When we cannot match students up with their specific major, we do try to match them up with faculty within their division. This is a one-on-one advising session. It's approximately 25 minutes long. Consulting advisors are available to help answer any questions. If you don't know the answer to a student's question, always ask. Use teamwork. You will have a room full of advisors from all different disciplines on campus. If a student has a question about a reading class and a college skills instructor is in the room, you may just want to ask them. And again, this is a 25-minute session with the students. Because the students move in a block, it's very important that they are finished within the 25-minute time period. Otherwise, they will be late arriving in the registration room. After completing the advising portion of their OARS, students will move to the computer lab and begin the registration process. During this time, they will be given step-by-step registration instructions. They will have assistance with registration by members of the registrar's office and OARS leaders. During the presentation, a representative from the registrar's office explains waitlisting to the students, how to register in lab sciences and other courses that may have two components. They also will be able to print their schedule. For students who do not complete their registration process within the 25-minute time slot, the lab remains open and students may return after they have gone to the resource fair. Additionally, the day after OARS, advising services will follow up with any students that have not yet registered or who may have some questions. Students and parents are able to speak with representatives from the following offices at the resource fair. Depending on staffing, these tables may vary. However, there is always a good representation of campus resources at the fair, such as Student Support Services, ASNIC and Student Life, Campus Security, the bookstore, College Skills Center, Disability Support Services or DSS, Financial Aid, IT and e-learning, the library, parking services, the residence halls. Students are able to go for tours of the residence halls as well as campus tours if they desire. Veteran services, student accounts, and many other resources that we have here on campus are present at the resource fair. This concludes Session 1, an OARS overview. Again, thank you for your participation. Please continue on to Session 2.